Agreement. Traditional grammatical analysis has also given us a number of other categories, including number, person, tense, voice, and gender. So, traditional grammar has not only given us the concept of 8 parts of speech, noun, adjective, adverb, it has also given us some other grammatical concept like tense, like number, like person, like voice, gender, etc. So, to some extent, they are very helpful in understanding language. Their role in describing language structure becomes clearer when we consider them in treatment in terms of agreement. So, as I have just read all these terms to you, there may be some abstract, or they may look abstract or difficult to understand, but when we see that how they work for each other, how they give us an understanding of the language, they are very useful as we find them. Kathy loves her dog. So this is a sentence. Kathy loves her dog. So it's a simple sentence. We know that we have one concept which is Kathy, and the other concept which is loves her dog. So agreement is partially based on the category of number. So as we know that Kathy is a singular noun, so the verb for this singular noun agrees with it, which is loves. We know that the S with the verb refers to the singular third person subject. It is also based on the category of a person. We know that since Kathy is third person, right? Third person singular. So the verb loves is also used, which is in third person singular. The different forms of English pronouns can be described in terms of person and number. For example, different English pronoun in terms of person. For example, we say that first person pronoun, the pronouns which refers to the person speaking, I and we. The second person pronouns, the pronouns which refers to the person spoken to, you, singular, and you, plural. And third person pronouns, the pronouns refers to the people spoken about, like he, she, it. They are the singular one, and they is the plural one. So the different English pronouns are described in terms of person and number. So in the very sentence, Kathy loves her dog, we know that her, which is a pronoun for which refers to Kathy, is a third person, and it is used for a feminine person, right? So we come to know that there must be agreement. So as Kathy is a girl, so the pronoun used for her is also in agreement with it. So in the sentence, Kathy loves her dog. Another category is called tense. That is, we know that it's a present tense, right? When we talk about Kathy loves her dog, we say that the action of loving is taking place in the present time. So in this sentence, we also know about the tense, about the time of the action. Another thing that we come to know about this sentence is that this is an active sentence. Active sentence means the subject is the doer of the action, of the doer of the verb, right? So it is an active sentence. It can also be put into passive. If we put it this very sentence into passive. The sentence would be, her dog is loved. Now her dog, which is though the subject, but this subject is receiving the action of the verb, not doing the action of the verb. Gender. We know that whenever we talk about noun, we divide them on the basis of their gender. Either they are biological gender, male or female, or they are some neutral gender, something. So describing the agreement between Kathy and her. So when we describe, we know that her, which is a pronoun for third person pronoun used for a girl, is a masculine, is a feminine pronoun. So the agreement of the word her is with the noun Kathy, and they both agree. This is very important. Unless the agreement must be in person, in gender, right, and in number. So whenever we are talking about these agreements, we must know that there must be agreement between noun and its pronoun in number. If the noun is singular, the pronoun is singular. If the noun is masculine, the pronoun is masculine. If the noun is third person, the pronoun is also third person. So a distinction in English is made between reference to female entities, male entities, and things or creatures, right? Sometimes we take things and creature as neutral gender. So when we talk about agreement, the concept of agreement is very important in English language. Though it's not as difficult, the concept of gender is not as difficult as it is in many languages, in which each verb has to agree with its noun on the basis of its number as well as its gender. Whereas in English, it's a bit simpler, right? But even then, we must need to make a distinction between these concepts or these grammatical categories. We should have a better understanding of these concepts.